Good evening, folks. Welcome to Quest Group News Radio. I'm your host, Mr. D Quest. Now, please, as you come in the building, folks, please make sure you hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button. We appreciate that, people. All right, here we go. A pizza delivery man from Armour, Philadelphia was killed in a setup robbery, folks. Let me say that one more time for some of you that made it and understand exactly what I just said. Basically, some crackhead animal done took this brother's life for nothing. Bottom line, people. Alright, now let me read the story real quick, then we're going to go to some questions and comments and try to figure this thing out. Alright, here we go. In Philadelphia, a pizza delivery man was shot and killed while responding to a home under construction in what Philadelphia police called a setup. Authorities say that 30-year-old Bobby Jenkins was delivering a pizza order around 7 p.m. Tuesday along the 7600 block of Woodcrest Avenue and had no idea that he was walking into a staged robbery that would ultimately end his life. The house is under construction right now, so we believe that the individuals who did this broke into the rear of the property and staged this robbery and it turned into a homicide, Philadelphia Police Captain Ray Evers said. Police say the victim walked up to the home and was shot once in the chest. Neighbors heard the gunshots and called police. Jenkins was rushed to Lincoln Hospital where he later died. Police say money was stolen but did not disclose the amount. McGrath, a concerned neighbor, says Jenkins worked at Stacy's Pizza on Haverford Avenue just a half-mile away. He also added that he and his family are grieving over the shooting death of Bobby Jenkins, the delivery man they often seen working in their Overbrook Park neighborhood. Police are asking for any information to Police are asking anyone with information to contact the proper authorities. All right, people. Now that's the basic story right now. But first of all, before we begin, let me say real quick, rest in peace to Bobby Jenkins, man. The brother's name was Bobby Jenkins. He was a pizza delivery man out of Armour, Philadelphia. And this brother didn't deserve this, man. He was just doing what he was supposed to do, getting out there, earning some ducats in the pocket, you know. It could have been a second job on the side, I'm not sure. But that brother definitely didn't deserve that. Even the neighbor said that. The neighbor said, hey, me and my wife, we see this guy every week. You know, he's just delivering Philly cheesesteaks and stuff like that. You know, the dude didn't deserve it. That's one thing. Another thing is, what type of crackheads are running around here doing stuff like this, man? Now, if these guys been in prison before, why is it the prison system rehabilitating these guys? All right, now so far these guys haven't been caught yet, and this story is pretty old. This happened in February, so I'm just like, wow, where do they find these people at, and where do these people find these drugs at? You know what I mean? Because ain't no sober person just like, well, hey, let me stake out in the back and order up a pizza and take somebody's life over a pizza and a couple of dollars, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's whack. But I definitely had to get that off my chest. Now, let's go to the quick questions and comments real quick, you know what I mean, and see what the people around the web got to say before we pack it up. All right, here we go. High question, should the homeowner be held financially liable? You know, sis, that's a good question now. It says the house was under construction. Now, usually when a house is under construction, sometimes the city may own it and they may be trying to rehab it so they can start renting it out. Or sometimes the bank owns it, you know, and the bank's trying to rehab it. Sometimes you got it where investors buy the home. A group of investors buy it and they're looking to, sell a home. So I'm not sure exactly who's the homeowner. Okay, now I did say it was under construction, so the homeowner may have several properties, and was just had that home under construction. But you're right about that. First of all, when you do buy a home, you're supposed to have some type of insurance just in case somebody dies on your property. A robber could come in, break his neck on your floors, and he could sue you. All right, especially in some states. So if something happens on your property, you are responsible for that. So I don't know if his family's out there that's listening, but if they are, maybe they need to think about that. Like, hey, where's the negligence at? You know what I mean? You got people, houses under construction that's not being monitored. They obviously knew they could sneak up in that house. So I wonder if these people are from the area. that did this. I wonder if they're from the area because they knew the house was under construction. Now, I haven't seen the house, so I don't know if it's boarded up and stuff like that, or if it's just, if it's just simply under construction, or if it's like gated up and boarded up and, construction equipment in the front yard and backyard. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, but you definitely have a point. The family members should check that out because that's their property. That's the homeowner's property. And if something happened on your property, and that's why I never understood when you go to Detroit and you got all these abandoned houses in Detroit, all these abandoned houses in Baltimore, and inside these abandoned homes, you got people getting raped, killed, and that type of stuff. They never blame the owners of the house. The owner's like, well, they bought the house decades ago. They no longer have nothing to do with it, but it's still theirs. But it's like they moved on down south and it's not their fault. So, yeah, that's definitely a good question. Hopefully his family look into that. All right, next question. Everybody uses credit cards, so how much cash did they get? A good question, my dude. Yeah, everybody do use credit cards, so that's kind of strange to me. It's like, dude, how much cash you really getting out of this, man? You know what I mean? Unless you told them, hold on, I got $100 bill, the pizza costs $20, so bring 80 by and I'll give you $10 cash, a $10 tip. That's the only way you can got some money, because usually when people are delivering pizzas, they go back to the establishment, work a little bit, they get the call, they pick up the order, and then they go to your house and deliver it. Now, some have already delivered, maybe, some may go out with like 2 or 3 deliveries at the same time. Maybe you're the first stop, maybe you're the last stop. If you're the first stop, he definitely had no time to pick up cash. And like we said before, people order online now, people. Come on, so this story don't even really rock with me like that. Like, if y'all really on some real heavy drugs or something, because ain't no way in the world I'm risking. Now, before, when you used to do certain things back in the days, wasn't nobody setting up pizza men to kill. Now, back in our days, yeah, you write a bad check maybe, or maybe you pass a fraudulent $100 bill. Not saying that I've done that, but people have done that. That's the worst that used to happen to pizza delivery people. Okay, either you wrote them a bad check or you gave them a counterfeit bill. Okay, but nowadays it's like, hey, I need a $20 bag of crack, a $20 bag of heroin. I call a pizza guy up. We'll simply take his life, you know what I mean? And then we'll go down the street to go see the Connect, and we could go get high for another day, which is ridiculous. Okay, next. Hot Quest, he must have been targeted. Yo, you know what? You're right about that. It could have been one of those things. Now, I'm not sure how many pizza delivery guys that this pizza company has, this pizza store has, delivering for them at that time of night. But who knows? It could have been a setup, man, because this is just way too raunchy for even today's taste. It's like, wow, Now, I'm not saying, that he was in anything, but it could have been a setup. Who knows? People who knew that he was working and things like that. People who knew that you can, that house was available. So that's something the police definitely need to check out on. You know what I mean? That's definitely an option that police need to check out on. But I doubt he was into anything. The brother was, just delivering pizzas, man. So who's going to be in that type of lifestyle or whatever, delivering pizzas? Now, I'm not sure if he had a wife at home or what, but police could definitely check that out too and make sure. But definitely shout out to the neighbors as well, because the neighbors made sure they called the cops. Plus, the neighbor seems really concerned about Bobby Jenkins, 30-year-old Bobby Jenkins. So I appreciate the neighbors giving their sentiments on the case, and that's for real. All right, next, Hot Quest. These pizza delivery workers are brave. Yeah, definitely. They definitely are brave, because certain spots you can't even deliver pizza. Now, this area seems decent, I guess, but I know certain areas in the hood, I wouldn't even deliver pizza. I wouldn't let my dog deliver pizza in certain areas in these ghettos, man. You go to certain areas of Detroit, certain areas of LA, certain areas of Oakland, certain areas, you got to be from the neighborhood to really, you got to run the streets in the neighborhood to really want to be a pizza delivery driver in some of these areas. Now, I'm not sure what this area looks like, but Yeah, definitely. Shout out to him for, having the bravado to even be out there to make sure people get their pizzas, man. That's what I'm saying. This was wrong and it was foul. For real. All right, last. I wonder if the killer's already in jail for something else. You know what? That's usually how it goes. Usually the killer's probably sitting in jail right now for something else, and they don't even know yet. This happened in February, so as of now, the killer still ain't been caught. So definitely, I hope they catch these killers. And that's it for today's show. Rest in peace to Bobby Jenkins, and condolences to his friends and family. Now, I want you guys to be safe out there, all right? So tune in next time. We got plenty of more videos that we uploading on a daily basis. So make sure you hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. Rest in peace to this brother. And please, if you're delivering pizzas out there, please, folks, be careful out there. All right, definitely. We up out of here. Y'all stay safe. One.